Sometimes the most dangerous people don't look dangerous at all. They don't hide in dark alleys or abandoned places. They live normal lives, work normal jobs, and smile like everyone else. This case began in a quiet American neighborhood where nothing ever seemed out of place. Families trusted their surroundings. Children played outside without fear. But beneath that calm surface, someone was watching, waiting, and slowly preparing something no one could imagine. This is the story of how one small mistake exposed a monster and revealed a truth so disturbing that even investigators struggled to understand it. At first, there was nothing unusual. The neighborhood was peaceful. Neighbors greeted each other. Life moved on as it always had. The man at the center of this case blended in perfectly. He wasn't loud. He wasn't aggressive. He stayed unnoticed. People described him as quiet, maybe even forgettable, and that's what made him dangerous. Small warning signs appeared over time, moments that felt uncomfortable. Things that didn't quite make sense, but no one acted because it was easier to believe that nothing was wrong. Behind closed doors, a very different reality existed. A pattern was forming, slow, calculated, and intentional. He watched routines, learned habits, waited for the right opportunities. What made this case terrifying was not chaos, but control. Everything was planned. Every move had a purpose. And while the community slept peacefully, a predator moved silently among them, protected by trust and silence. The first real alarm didn't come from fear. It came from a detail that didn't add up. A routine moment. Something minor. Something easy to ignore. But one person paid attention. Law enforcement began looking closer. Files were opened. Questions were asked. What they found was unsettling. Incidents that once seemed unrelated began forming a disturbing connection. This was no accident, no coincidence. A pattern was emerging, and it pointed to someone hiding in plain sight. Criminals often believe they're untouchable, that they've thought of everything. But every monster makes a mistake. One decision, one moment of carelessness. That single mistake exposed years of carefully hidden behavior. A routine encounter turned serious. Evidence surfaced. And suddenly, everything began to unravel. What investigators discovered was far worse than they expected. This wasn't a single crime. It was a history. As the investigation deepened, the full scale of the truth came into focus. The lack of remorse, the calculated nature of the acts, the damage left behind. Experienced investigators were shaken because this case wasn't just disturbing, it was preventable. Families were left broken. Lives were permanently changed. And one question echoed through the community. How was this allowed to happen? Eventually, the evidence became undeniable. The man who once blended in was finally exposed. In the courtroom, the silence was heavy. Justice was served. But for many, it came too late. The community would never be the same. Trust was damaged. Innocence was lost. This case became a warning about ignoring signs, about assuming safety, and about the cost of silence. If this story teaches us anything, it's that danger doesn't always look dangerous. Trust your instincts. Pay attention to the details. And never assume that something like this could never happen where you live. If you want more real crime stories that expose the truth behind real cases, subscribe to the channel and stay aware.